Welcome back, guys, and welcome to my gym, King's Corner. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the first time that you guys have been in here with me. For those of you who are new, my name is Kathleen. I am an international powerlifter. I've broken a deadlift world record. I've been a Canadian national champion, North American champion. And today we are going to be discussing the keys to how I set up my bench press. And after that, I'm going to take you through a bit of my workout. And then since it is the end of the year, we're going to make this a bit of a holiday special, and we're going to recap talking about what my biggest highlights of 2023 were and what my goals for 2024 are. And lastly, we got to make it a little festive, so maybe we will add in, what are your favorite Christmas movies? I will finish with mine. Anyways, let's get into it. When talking bench setup, we want to create something that is easily replicable and is consistent. So you're doing the exact same thing every single time you step up to the bench. So let's start by talking about your feet. Now, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing, but you want to find an optimal foot placement that helps your bench. So what I like to do is use the bench kind of as like a marker. So I hug the bench with my legs. I go about half a step out and then center my heels, and that is where my feet placement is every single time I step to the bench. Some people may prefer a wider foot position, some people might prefer a narrower, some people you'll also see having their feet a bit out in front of the bench with a closer foot stance because they can get a little bit more of their leg drive doing that. I also have another video specific to leg drive if you want to learn how to leg drive, which I'll link in the description as well. So after I have my foot position, I like to come high up on my tippy toes, and this is going to help me to build a bit of leverage when I wedge my back into the bench, which you'll see in a second. So from here, I'm going to grab onto the barbell. Now, I am a powerlifter, and there are rules when competing, so you have to have at least one finger on the ring. So I like to use the maximum width that I'm allowed to use. So I go this finger on the ring, and that is the widest I can grip the barbell. So basically this helps to also decrease the range of motion, as obviously I'm trying to push as much as possible. And so from here, I'm going to grab onto the bar nice and tight while I'm on my tippy toes, as you saw before. I'm going to drive onto my upper back of my shoulders, and at the same time I'm pushing hard onto the barbell, which is creating a wedge onto the bench, getting my chest high towards the sky. And then from here, I'm going to drop my feet so that my feet are flat on the ground, drop my butt, and now I'm nice and tight. So from here, I can bring the barbell off, brace, and press and rack. So a couple key things to remember is the constant pressure through the ground, wedging with the barbell, staying nice and tight, and constantly driving through the ground, keeping your quads engaged is going to help with your leg drive. And you don't have to do your bench setup exactly like me, but creating a consistent bench setup is going to go a long way in helping you to create a better bench. Workout of the day, 5x3, 5x3, 325 pounds. One of my goals for 2024, which we'll talk about in a little more detail in a second, is to hit that 400-pound bench milestone in competition. So we built for that. Make sure you follow along so you don't miss that 400-pound bench. It's coming. As we are nearing the ending of 2023, let's talk about what were some of my lifting highlights of 2023. I'd have to say breaking the 800 kilogram milestone at the North American Powerlifting Championship. It was extra special because I was the first Canadian 83 kilogram lifter to do so, In the process, I also broke the Canadian national total record. I broke the North American squat, deadlift, and total record, as well as the Commonwealth total record. And it was just honestly a huge milestone in my powerlifting career. And I'm just looking forward to blowing that out of the water in 2024, getting my spot back on Team Canada for the World Powerlifting Championships in June. I'm not gonna lie, it hurt not being at the Worlds in Malta last year, and I don't want that to happen again. So I'm really focused on my next meet, which will be regionals in March, and that's going to be kind of the final qualifier for Worlds. So Canada's qualification got a little bit messy this year. I'm not sure if you're following or if you don't know. Normally Nationals is in February, March, and that's the qualifier for Worlds, which is in June. But this year they were trialing doing a fall Nationals. So they pushed Nationals from February, March to fall of 2024. And so instead they basically said whoever has the highest total before the qualifying round ends for Worlds in June 2024 will get that spot. So regionals, which I'm competing in March, will kind of be like the last ditch qualifier for the world spot this year. If that makes any sense, I know it's kind of complicated. So that is my main goals for 2024. Get back to the World Championships, and then I want to have a day at Worlds and land on that podium. Now lastly, before we close off, I just want to wish everyone happy holidays and happy New Year's. Merry Christmas if that's what you celebrate. If you guys want me to do the exact same thing with squats and deadlifts, let me know in the comments and I can walk through my squat and deadlift setup. And as I promised at the beginning of the video, what is my favorite Halloween movie? I gotta go with Home Alone. That was just something I watched every single year when I was a kid, and I still run that tradition. Actually, I'm gonna be watching Home Alone tonight. I'm pretty excited for that. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite Christmas holiday movie? Thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you next time. Rewind. Before I go, make sure you get your Cafe Fitness swag, links in the description, or you can go to kfmerch.com. I have lots of neat clothing, and the new year we're going to be dropping some new designs. So get your sweaters, pants like this, lots of things in there. All right, now I'm actually gone. Later, guys.